Oh, y'all, we got to do a card chat. We got to do a card chat, okay? Because I was just sitting here on my way home thinking, in honor of Libra season, we got to talk about Libras a little bit. But there was a funny situation that happened, and it involved a Libra, and it's the perfect story time for this car ride home. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to get something so I can set y'all up on like a camera or something. Let me see if I can get some background music. Maybe not. What y'all think? Oh, I don't really like a lot of Trey Songz music, but he got a couple of songs that I really like, and this is one, y'all. Like, no, hey, she gone. Am I taking her home? I tell her, let's go. As long as you know that I know when we get alone that I'm fucking you tonight. Hey, okay. Alright. You know what? This song is fucking perfect for the story I'm about to go in. I literally just turned on XM radio. I had no idea what was on the radio, and this is the song that's on. This is a perfect theme song by Sagittarius, who gets along with Libra very well. Sagittarius and Libra, they got a special kind of retarded that's perfect. And I'm joking when I say a special kind of retarded, but there's a little air of mental instability in Sagittarius that is also in Libra that they can truly identify with. So this is the story time, right? In honor of Libra season, before Libra gets on out of here and Scorpio comes in any day now. I thought we'd talk about Scorpio a little bit, and I'm going to tell a story time. And you know, they say that you'll see with this song as the theme song comes into play. They say that Cancer men, and it's going to be about Libra men, because it's about a friend I had that's a Libra, and it's just, I don't know, it's just, it was funny to me, but I guess it's really not funny. So they say that Cancer men are the pimps of the Zodiac. They say that Leo men are the players of the Zodiac. Pisces men are the bitches of the Zodiac. Just joking, Pisces men. I love you guys. I'm not even playing. Like, I fuck with Pisces men like that. Not really. Let me take that back. I fuck with them enough. And I think we're gonna have to go ahead and say, if you never heard it anywhere else first, or you never heard anybody else say it first, I said it first. Libra men are the gigolos of the Zodiac. Let me tell y'all, effectively or ineffectively, Libra men are the gigolos of the Zodiac. So I got about a good 5 or 10 minutes before I get home. So this is going to be a 5 or 10 minute story. And happy birthday to all of y'all Libras. This is especially for you. So that's why the Trey Songz song, I'm loving you tonight, fucking you tonight. You know, a little twist on Biggie's song with R. Kelly back in the day. I'm fucking you tonight. Trying to say we ain't whining and dining, we ain't none of that. I'm fucking you tonight. Like, that's gigolo music. You see what I'm saying? Libra men are the gigolos of the Zodiac, so that's why that was a perfect theme song. And I say this because I'm gonna tell you the story what happened with the Libra. But as many of you, if you listen to my videos, you know I'll tell you I have 2 Libras. They're my cousins, but we grew up, our moms are twins, and they're twin boys. Her twin had twins, and they're Libras. So we mostly grew up, you know, if not in the same household, at each other's household, you know, damn near every day, and sometimes in the same household. So y'all, this person, okay, you coming from behind me, you see one lane is about to split into 2. Are you going to go in front of me or stay behind me? People are crazy on the road. And then where are they really rushing to go? Anyway, so I know Libras very well as far as kind of getting their personality, right? But not so much from a romantic standpoint, because I've never dated anybody that was a sun, moon, or rising Libra, or even a Venus Libra that I know of. I could be mistaken because I haven't always known all the charts of the guys I've dated, but it's never been as far as, at least it's never been a Libra sun, right? All this road noise is getting on my nerves. I feel like it's more road noise than usual. Can y'all hear the road noise? Anyway, so, I mean, as far as guys I've dated, it's mostly been Leo, Pisces. I've dated a Libra, but I mean, well, I won't even say date. That's a lie. I didn't date a Libra. So I'll say Leo, Pisces, Taurus, and Scorpio. I've dated a Scorpio. So I've never really dated a Leo. I've never really dated a Libra. I've had friendships with Libra where there may have been some interest, but nothing I would call dating or any kind of relationship or anything like that. So what happened with this Libra in this Libra's life recently just reminded me of all the Libras I know. So I've had a lot of Leo female friends in my life. If you all are into astrology or you know anything about zodiac signs, you'll know that out of all the couples who end up together, like if I just counted up all the couples I've ever met in my life, not to mention they go together in the astrology books, but I don't really go by astrology books all the time. Like I have to see it practically in real life. I think that's where you really get your best astrology experience, when you see things in real life. And I always see Leo and Libra couples. As a matter of fact, 2 of my good girlfriends are married to Libras. One of my good girlfriends used to be, date my Libra cousin. Again, that's Leo and Libra. And she was really into him and things like that. So I always see it. My cousin, the last time I checked, his current girlfriend is a Leo. This video isn't really to get all into why they go together or what kind of sign goes with Libra, because we can go all into that. But I just want to tell this story because this is about Libra men being the gigolos of the zodiac. Okay. So I have this Libra friend. We're just friends. We talked before, or sort of, kind of. I wouldn't even say dated or anything like that. I mean, and if it was minor, because I was just getting out of a long-term relationship. So I wasn't looking for anything serious. I've never really had a period in my life when I was grown to date. So that's why I wouldn't even really call it dating. But that person has remained cool over the years, right? So we just cool. And, we would talk over the phone. This person was really into guns, so they would show me how to use guns and things like that. So that was cool. We would talk on and off. So, because over the years I was in another relationship. I'm assuming he was too. Well, by the looks of it, he was too, or whatever the case, right? So again, I had talked to him after not talking to him for a couple years, probably. I mean, talking back and saying little comments back and forth on social media, but we hadn't talked over the phone. So being friends, being cool, started saying, hey, hello, hi, how you doing, all that stuff. So as time progresses on, and we would just have conversation, no big deal. Well, one day he says, there's a post. Now, mind you, this person is a Scorpio rising. So they're a Libra sun, but they're a Scorpio rising and a Gemini moon. So you can only imagine. Oh, and they've got 3 planets in Scorpio. I don't recall what the planets in Scorpio were. They probably were Mars, could have been Venus. I think it might have been Mars and Venus, and one more planet, but I don't recall. And their sun is very close to Scorpio as well. They're a cusper, because their birthday is a day or 2, and no more than 3 days. I'm almost sure it's 2 days, maybe 3, before Scorpio starts. And for me, anything within 3 days I call a cusp. But people have different views on what somebody who's on the cusp is. But when I look at astrology, I look at everything like energy. And energy leaves a path, it leaves a trail, it leaves almost a dust or a cloud behind it. And I feel like those little particles and elements are still there, if that makes any sense to you guys. So when you are getting close to another celestial body or something like that, there could be some energy there. So that's just my point on how I feel about cuspers. So anyway, heavy Scorpio energy on this person, let me say that. But I've seen this in all Libras. Like I said, I have 2 Libra brothers. I know the Libras that my friends have been with. So I see this characteristic in all Libras. It can come off worse depending on how low level that Libra is, because we all got people who operate from the low level of their sign and people who operate from the higher level of their sign. So one day we're talking, and I guess he just needed some advice, because he was like, I went viral today. I went viral today. And I was like, what are you talking about? You went viral today? Like, what you mean? He was like, well, somebody I was dating or had an entanglement with, they made a post about me on Facebook, trying to say that I owed them money or schemed or scammed them or something like that. And, the post got like a lot of comments or whatever the case. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and he was like, people are talking about me. They're making threats, like they want to come see me. Like the girls are saying this, the guys saying this. People know where I work at. Because I'm thinking, okay, is this really a big deal? Y'all know how people put people on blast on social media. But I'm thinking, okay, what's the big deal? I know nobody likes to be put on blast, but why can't y'all just like resolve the situation or whatever the case? Is this post really a big deal? So of course I didn't know. I don't know his circle of friends and all of that. Him and I had one friend in common, which is how we met, and the friend of course is a Leo I hang out with. So I was like, what's the big deal? He was like, well, I had a tennis shoe connect, and this girl, tell me if this is starting to sound real Libra-ish. So he said he had a tennis shoe connect for Nike, and the girl he was dealing with wanted to use his connect, but he didn't want to be the middleman. He wanted the girl to use the connect directly. And I was like, okay, all right. He was like, but she didn't want to do that. She wanted me to basically broker the deal for her. So I said, all right. He was like, I didn't want to, but I was like, all right, I'll take the money. I'll put you through and kind of be in the middle. So he says, well, she gave me the money. I gave it to the connect. I told the hookup what she wanted, and he didn't come back with all of the stuff, nor did he give back the money. So now she's mad at me, and she's blasting me on Facebook. And so I was like, first of all, you guys, Facebook it's like, I know all the ratchet people is all over social media. Facebook is like church clothes on the outside, but they really be the most ratchet, people. And then you got Instagram, where it's really like people don't try to hide their ratchet. It just is what it is on Instagram. And I tend to like Instagram better, because I try not to do social media too much. I mean, I'm the type of person, I always got to keep up with what's going on. If you ask me about a topic, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to know a lot about the things going on in the world. So I like to keep a pulse. I like to keep an ear to the ground. But as far as being in people's business or having people in my business, I've got like over 300, 400, 500 friends requests. I never look at them. You know what I'm saying? I only let about 100 and so people follow me on my personal Instagram. Y'all can go check out at the Astro link or at Stargate 89 anytime you want to, or at Global Travel Group anytime you want to, but not my personal page though. So anyway, point being, I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not in like his circle of friends on there. I don't check all to see what they're doing. I'm not on Facebook like that. Every once in a while, if a family member told me somebody posted something or something's going on, I'll go on, but typically I don't. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this can't really be a big deal. The girl gave you some money. You had a hookup. Y'all, come on, I gotta get off here. And I'm always saying that, ain't I? And you brokered the deal. The hookup didn't get everything, didn't come back with the money. What's the problem? I know this wasn't over like $500. Like, we aren't talking about a lot of money. Like, what is the scheme of things? In the grand scheme of things, is this really that fucking serious, right? Like, I don't understand what's going on. He was like, well, she had given me $3,500. This shit is not funny, y'all. It's not funny. So he was like, she gave him $3,500. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I see why the girl put you on blast on Facebook. It's about to be a kick door out this bitch. What's going on? $3,500. That's a kick door. So, And the funny part about it is he went to one of the two biggest schools in Baltimore City. So if you're from, there's Maryland, in case you guys aren't familiar, there's Maryland, that's DC. To Baltimore people, DC people are whack. But I really got love. I don't, like, when you grow up here, like, DC will call us Bammers. We be like, oh, DC, they whack. They can't dress. They clowns. They corny. You know, because we feel like we got all the flavor in Baltimore. But then you have Baltimore, right? Because you have plenty of counties in Maryland. But then you have Baltimore. You have Baltimore City and Baltimore County. There's these two big schools, like two of the biggest schools in the city that people go to. He went and all his friends went to this school. So they know a lot of people. The Libra, his dad is an ex-pro basketball player. So he could have been pro, but his dad wasn't there in his life. And if the Libras listen to this, hi Libra, hey, this is not about you. Just click off and go away. So he's known in like basketball circles. He's a baller. He plays ball really good. Father was an ex-pro basketball player. So they know a lot of people. So when the girl made this post, I would assume like within a couple days, I think like the first day of the post, it had over 1,000 comments. And like I said, if you guys can imagine somebody with a Scorpio rising, 3 planets in Scorpio, at least 2 of them being like inner planets, personal planets, you can imagine that's the type of person where they don't show you everything. You know, I used to always say to this person, do you go off on secret missions like killing people, or do you like jerk off incessantly in your private time? Like, what do you do? Because I know it's something. You just know how you could tell somebody's not quite all there and there's something else there, but you don't really know what it is, right? But hey, it was never too important or a big deal. So I'm like, wow, $3,500. They might be threatening you and they might be wanting to come see you over that. And he was saying like the post had over 1,000 comments on the post. So this thing has circulated. It had blown up. And then the funny part was that other females had started coming on the post saying that he had conned them out of it. Because her post basically was saying he conned her out of $3,500. She's hurt and she's embarrassed, but if that's what she has to do to get her money back, then she wanted to post it so no other women will fall into the same trap. And then she said she was pursuing legal action. Now, the story about the hookup and the Nike and all that, that's what he said. I don't know the girl. By the time I found out about this post, it was taken down. So who knows? Who knows what's going on, right? So I was just like in awe because number one, this person being a player or a gigolo, I mean, yes, they had that typical, I'm going to try to charm you because I'm a Libra. They've got that, but didn't quite come off as a person to me who be getting out here getting females money. That's how I know like females and the stock on pussy is at an all-time low because y'all out of pocket. Like y'all expect me to really get on the guy, right? I can't because females doing this shit and letting men do this stuff. Y'all out of fucking pocket. Like something happened. It had to be something in the water with all the kids that was born in the 80s and 90s because something ain't right with y'all. Like on a real deep level, something not right. So next, he say, is several girls on here, at least 2 other girls on there, saying that he conned them out of money. Now, this is the stuff he's telling me because he's upset about the situation. He feel like he need to go see people, put his hands on people. And I'm like, oh, my God. I said, well, okay, that's what you say the money is for. Did you tell them that he was like, I told them, he was like, I don't feel like it's my fault, but I told them that I would help them, I would pay back the money or I would do whatever. Now this person is into tattoos. So they went off and got they flew out of town, got like $1,500 tattoos, and all the while you're owing these females some money. So again, that's a kick door. People, if it's really for what y'all saying it's for and you got swindled, you can't tell people, or if you cared about those people and you say, okay, well, I'm going to help you or I'm going to make it right, and you don't give people their money, then they're going to come after you. Okay, they're going to come after you. So now when I was talking to him and we were talking about the whole situation that happened, he was saying, oh, well, it's defamation. So now he wants to put a lawsuit on these people. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? And then some other things transpired. And it's like he had, I don't know, I guess he feels like he was a late bloomer. And he had some indiscretions with some of his friends, family members and sisters and aunts and things. And he really, I see you, when you look at somebody's chart, y'all, and y'all see that Scorpio, and my Lord, if a person has their Mars or their, goddamn, if they had a sun and it's a man, but if they got their Mars there, their Venus there, Jupiter there, you gotta really look at that stuff when you're looking at somebody's chart. And then on top of that, for somebody to be this person there, a Libra, and they got a Gemini moon, that's like a recipe for disaster, it seems, depending on how that child was, let me put my phone down, was brought up or raised. So that brought me to the overall point, just that little story. So now they're out to get him. He's been playing on all type of different women in conquest, and I guess seeing what money, these girls have been giving him money, and now they're irate and he don't want to give the money back. And I said, Libras is crazy, because it's really funny. I see that same trait in the Libras in my family, Libras that people I know deal with. Like, there's an element to Libra men. Now, this is not all Libra men, but it seems like Libra men are the type of men that need or use women. And I mean the true gigolo. They use or need women for status symbols when actually, typically it's the other way around, right? Don't women usually use men for status or for position in society and things like that? That's why, it means, well, I'm not going to get into all of that. But don't women typically use men for status? I don't think you typically see a lot of men. You may now in this whole non-male society, everybody's taking estrogens in everything, so men cannot be men anymore, or now they're toxic men, or they've got toxic masculinity, like it's some disease they're gonna start prescribing pills for soon, I'm sure. Like, nowadays everybody's feminine, but it seems like men used to be proud to work to actually raise the woman up to his level in a financial way, or look out for women financially and things like that. But what I see a lot of times with Libra, and this is just across the board, I don't even know if this has anything to do with age or generation or it becoming a more feminine society, but almost all the Libra men I can think of have had a woman put them in position. It was never the Libra putting a woman in position. And actually, I'm lying. The only person I can think of, like just off the top of my head, I don't know all the Libra couples. I don't know all the Libra men couples, but just to pick out a famous couple for y'all, for the sake of knowing who I'm speaking of, Will Smith is like the only person I can think of to where he put actually, and when you really look at this, see, you got to look at things deep and not past and not just on the surface. Because I was going to say Will put Jada in position, which he did. I think Will definitely raised Jada's status, but I almost think the image that he got from being with Jada catapulted him even higher, because he was able to have that clean, wholesome image and hide a lot of that dirt that I'm sure Will does behind the scenes, whether that's with women, men, or whatever. And I also think Libra is one of the signs who can go to the gay side quick. I mean, they're ruled by Venus. They're the masculine side of Venus. And they just don't have no problem with being, it's funny because I talk about they don't have no problem with being independent and alone, but yet they feel like they need relationships at the same time, which is kind of weird. But just something I noticed with Libra men is they will definitely sling dick to women to get ahead. Whether that be that they're taking your money, you've got something that they need that could put them in position. Like they're definitely one of those type of signs. So for Libra season, there you guys go. It's just something I was thinking about. If I had some more Libra male, T.I. and Tiny, Libra, and Tiny happens to be a Cancer. I don't know how she deals with T.I. to Libra. I like T.I., okay? I'm not going to talk a whole bunch of shit about T.I. because I like T.I. I wish he would shave. I mean, I don't think we really still on the level of quarantine that we were on before. So why he still hasn't shaved his raggedy ass face, I don't understand. Maybe it's for a movie role or something. I thought I saw he was doing something. But even T.I. came up from being with Tiny. You may not think Tiny put him on, but Tiny had already been in Escape. Tiny had already pretty much had their 15 minutes of fame, or had their level of fame. And I'm sure behind the scenes, she did a lot to help T.I. get to where he was. Even though a good Libra that's operating from the highest level of their zodiac sign and their character and being, they're going to have some hustle in them. They're going to have drive. And I don't want to take that away from Libras. But a lot of times their hustle and their drive is toward material things. And this is what makes Libra the gigolo. Because if you know anything, you know you can never have enough material things. Once you got all the name brands, do you want all the fancy cars? You want all the top shelf champagne, liquor, whiskey, and alcohol. You want all the top shelf drugs. You want all the top shelf. You want to stay in the top shelf places. You want to travel to the best places. It's all about money with Libra, money and appearances, and even they are the type of sign who will want things to will have things seeming to look one way, but they're nothing like they seem behind the scenes. And I couldn't even get that out. But what I'm saying is, they're the type who you would think have it going on in one way because of what it seems from the outside, but you may not have any idea the tricks and the conniving things and what a Libra's had to do to get that behind the scenes. You get what I'm saying? And I don't put it past the women either. I just know I grew up and I have been around more Libra males than women. Yes, my mom is a Libra, but she was married to my dad, who happened to be an Aries, opposite sign. So I don't really... And she was bad with money. That's why their relationship broke up. She was bad with money. My mom, she was a computer program. This is for all the Libras and any cross watchers who just want to know valuable things about Libra, because these are some of the things you have to watch out for and just pay attention to. I mean, you're going to have Libras that operate from the highest place of their being, and they might not have these issues. But I believe at the core of every Libra is a full shoe closet, about 2-3 clothes closets in the house. I mean, my mom had a good job back in the day, a female computer programmer back in the 80s. You know what I mean? She's made damn near six figures since I was young. And, I don't know how much she has of that to show. And again, that's why her and my dad separated. They never got divorced, but they were separated for like years. I know it was like 20 years or so because of money issues. So a lot of Libras, you will find they deal with money issues a lot because they're bad with money. They're spendthrift and they put on appearances. They're a sign that puts on airs. I mean, hey, they're an air sign. So funny. I didn't plan to say that. And I didn't even plan to tie it in. So they're in a grouping with Gemini and Aquarius, which I would say all of them put on airs, but I think Aquarius probably puts on airs the least. I would say they put on airs the least, and Libra puts on airs the most. Gemini puts on airs, but they're kind of pretty much keep it real with you in the midst of whatever but behind what's on the surface. They keep it real. But a Libra is all about how things look, It's all about what's new, sparkly and shiny, up to date, looking the best. Another good example of that is Kim Kardashian, Libra. You know, if she didn't look good and she didn't have the best of the best of the best, her life, she couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. And then Chris is a Scorpio. So just to show you how these signs operate. So I just wanted to tell that story for Libra season. Just wanted to put people kind of on point to let you guys know things that really do exist in most of these signs. Even if you find a good Libra, you may have found that they struggled with money somewhere in the past, or they like nice things. You may find that they dress nice. You may find that they have a nice body. Not to say Libras can't be fat, but I do think Libra is one, and I'm not saying all Libra, but just as a whole, as a group, I think they're probably the most attractive zodiac sign generally, not just saying to me, just generally. So, you know, I was trying to think of some black or white male Libra celebrities besides T.I. And I know like several. Isn't Nick Cannon a Libra? You see, he can't settle down. I don't know why I always thought he was a Leo, but I think Nick Cannon is actually a Libra. Like they just go in whatever direction is sparkly, it's new, and they had that thing to get to know new people. You know what I mean? So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little story. It's been 31 minutes. I got to go. Shout out to all the Libras. Happy birthday. Your season is the fuck out of here in a couple of days, and Scorpio's coming in this bitch. Happy birthday, Scorpios. Shout out to all the cross watchers. I'm Madam X, Frequency Real Radio, and I'm out. See ya.